Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Spread the Learning. And today's topic is PowerPoint, the beginner's guide. So let's ensure whatever we learn today, we practice and spread our learning. So let's get started. So as I work on a lot of presentation, I have pinned the PowerPoint on my taskbar. So let's click on it. So now you can see the PowerPoint is up. It will take you to the home screen icon. On this screen, you can see the different templates of PowerPoint are available. As we are learning the basics, we will go ahead and click on blank presentation. Also, if you want to select any other templates or any other themes, you can always go ahead and type on this search bar. For an example, let's say you want to create a presentation on education. You just have to go ahead and type education and hit enter. As soon as you hit enter, this will give you various other designs or let's say various other templates on education. So you can see that and you can select any one that you like. For an example, lab safety, virtual field trip, behavior of space objects. Based on your need, you can go ahead and select any of the template. But as we are learning the basics, let's click on back and go back and click on our blank presentation. As I have selected blank presentation now, you can see there is a blank slide which is labeled as number 1. Before I go ahead and fill this particular slide, I would like you to know the different terminologies which are there on a PowerPoint presentation. Okay? The first one is tab. So as you can see, home, insert, draw, design, transitions, animations, these are nothing but tabs. So these are the different tabs which you can see. Under these tabs, you have this series of different icons. This series of different icons are nothing but, these are called ribbons. So under the transitions, you can see the different ribbons. Under the draw, you can see different ribbons. These ribbons are further organized and are grouped together, and we call them as groups. So let's say under the home tab, we have these different ribbons, and these ribbons are again grouped under the font. So font is one of our group. Similarly, we have paragraph, we have drawing, we have editing. So if I go ahead and click on Insert tab gives me various other ribbons, and these are again grouped like into slides, into tables, images, illustrations, add-ins, so forth and so on. So I go back and go ahead and click on this home tab. So under these groups, you can see a small arrow. These are nothing but, you can see a small arrow which is called a launch button. So as soon as you click on this, it will give you various other options, or you can say it will give you various other options under the font. So this font, so if you see under the font, you have these many options, but when you go ahead and click on this launch button, this will give you other options which are under font. So this will help you in creating your PowerPoint. So before I go ahead and create the slide number 1, let's go ahead and summarize whatever we learned till now. So I go to File, I click on New, I select Blank Presentation. And when I select the blank presentation, it gives me a new slide, which is labeled as number 1. We have different tabs, which is Home, Insert, Draw, Design, Transitions. Under each tab, we have different ribbon, and these ribbons are further grouped. Under clipboard, slides, font, paragraph, drawing, editing. And these ribbons also have a small launch button, which gives us various other options about that group. So now, as we have summarized, let's go ahead and create our first slide. So this slide says click to add title. So I go ahead and add a title here. Let's say the vowels. And on the second box, it says click to add subtitle. I write here learning guide for kids. Now this slide looks very plain. So let's go ahead and give it some design. I click on the design button and you can see there are various other options here under themes. I go ahead and select any one theme. You have various themes here. I select this theme, which is badge. And once I select the theme, you can see you will get different colors under variants. You can select any of the variant that you want. I will go with the color green. And you can also see there are sometimes some design ideas that also pops up. But it's up to you. You want to choose that or you don't want to choose that. So as of now, I'll close it. And I just say I select the vowels and I say it's learning guide for kids. Okay. If you want, if you don't like the font of this slide and you want to change the font of it, so you can go ahead and select this entire font and you can come to the home tab and click on the font that you want. Let's say I select Algerian and I make it a bit small, and let's say I select it as number 44. Similarly, you can go on the second box and select the entire thing, and you can change it to the font that you want. As we have changed the font, we can also go ahead and change the color of it. You can select any color. Let's say I select green, and here I select it as, let's say black. I keep it as black. So our slide 1 looks great. So now let's go ahead and create slide number 2. Okay, so we have now created slide number 1. Let's move on and create slide number 2. You need to add a new slide. You can add a new slide by doing a right click and then click on new slide, or else under the home tab, you can click on this new slide altogether, or else you can also click on this small icon, a small down-headed triangle. You can click on this and you can select the slide that you want as per your choice. So this will give you various choices, which is title and content, section header, title only, content with caption, picture with caption, blank, to content. I go ahead and select title only. I click on this click to add title and I add a title here which says vowels. And what I do is I don't like this font, so I go ahead and select this entire thing and I give it like a different font altogether. I say Algerian and I make it a bit, and I increase the size of the font. And I don't like that it is on the left hand side. I want to keep it on center. So what I do, I select this entire word and I click on this center option, which is under paragraph. It's grouped under paragraph. So I click on this center option. As soon as I click it, it comes in middle. Now, let's go ahead and add a text. And how do we go ahead and add a text? So under the drawing, you have this, you can see a small text box. You can click on this and create a text box here like this. I go ahead and add the first vowel, which is A, and I say A is for ant. Similarly, I say E, E is for elephant. I is for ink. O is for owl. U is for umbrella. Okay, so I have A, E, I, O, U. But you see here, these dash which we have kept is all different. So we will always ensure that there is a consistency that is maintained whenever you do a PowerPoint, because whenever you present it to the client, it should be, everything should be consistent. The arrows, the full stop. So it should not be like one arrow is a big, one arrow is small. So ensure to maintain consistency. So let me go ahead and make a change here. Okay. And I want to increase the font of everyone. So let's go ahead and keep it 36. And I also want to go ahead and change the color of it. So you can go ahead and select any color that you like. So now I have changed the size of it. Let me also go ahead and remove the extra spaces. So now what do we have? We have A for ant, E for elephant, I for ink, O for owl, and U for umbrella. So let's go ahead and add some pictures and make this slide more creative. So under this insert tab, you have the images group. You can go ahead and select pictures. And I select the first picture, which is A for ant. And I put it here. Similarly, let me go ahead and select the other pictures for the other vowels. And I select all of them together by pressing the control button and clicking on mouse on all the pictures that I want. And I say insert. So let me separate them. Okay. So this will be now a very good example for you to go ahead and learn how to make changes to the picture, how to crop it, how to make it small, how to make it big. So let's do it for the first one, which is A for ant. I go ahead and make it a bit small. And to remember this, as we are learning the different terminologies also, these little circles that you see, those are nothing but, it's called as handle. So let's say I want to make this picture big. I need to either extend the handle or make it a bit small. You can play with it. Okay. So A is for ant, and then I have for elephant, then you have I for, and then you have I for ink, then you have O for orange. I'm sorry, I wrote it owl, but it's O for orange. And then you have U for umbrella. If you want, you can make the pictures a bit small, or you can crop these pictures also. So I have all these here and I want to crop these pictures. So what I'll do is I'll select this picture. As soon as I select this picture, you can see a picture tools that comes up. I will go ahead and click on this picture tools and I will go ahead and crop this picture. So you can click on this crop. And similarly, you can crop the other pictures. Okay, so I have cropped it and I know that I have messed up with the handle of umbrella, but then uh, I have just kept it like this and you can crop accordingly. So now we have cropped these pictures and if you want to like add a border to these little pictures, you can always go ahead and click on this, click on the picture tools and you can select a border. You can select a border like this. I go ahead and select all the pictures and I will go ahead and add a border. Let's say I select black color. Okay, so what we will do next is let's see how this uh, how this PowerPoint looks under a presentation. And then if it looks great, we will continue with this, or else we will go ahead and add some animations to it. So to go ahead and see on a slideshow, you can either go ahead and click on slideshow and say from beginning or from current slide, whichever your preference is, or else you have the small icon of slideshow here. You can go ahead and click on this one. So I'll go ahead and click on this one. And my first slide, this is my first slide, the vowels, learning guide for kids. And then I have the second slide, which is vowels. So what I'll do is, though this slide looks good, to learn more about the PowerPoint basics, I will go ahead and add some animation to our slide number 2. Now let's go ahead and add some animation. I click on this animation and I select this first picture. And as soon as I select this first picture, I have the various animation option that comes up under our animation group. So I select this and I click on this down arrow button and I go ahead and let's say I go ahead and select appear. As soon as you click on appear, there's a number 1 that appears on the screen, which actually says this is our first animation, which will be it's sequence basically. So it's first animation. Okay. Then you select E for elephant and I say fly in. When I select the third one, it says let's say I select random bars. O for orange, I select wheel. And last but not the least, umbrella, I select glow and turn. Okay. So now let's look how it looks on our slideshow. I go ahead and select this. And to move my slides, you can use either the arrow buttons or you can use page up and page down. So I select page down and let's see. So you have the slide number 2 here, but you don't have the pictures. So now whatever we have animated, we will go ahead and do a page down and see how those pictures will come up. So A for ant, let's click on page down button. A for ant. So this was our number one animation or number one image that we animated. Similarly, you can click on page down again. So you see how the elephant came up rising. The third one was ink. The fourth one was orange. And the fifth one was umbrella. So you can see how it gets animated when you use this animation in your PowerPoint. It gives a different look wherein you want to present a data and you want to show a data to your client, and you can add some animation which will actually give a more artistic effect to your presentation. Okay, let's escape. So these are the basics of PowerPoint. If you want to add something else to your PowerPoint, you have various other options here. Like you can select this umbrella and then you can put it like a bounce. You can do a swivel or a zoom, whatever fits to you. So this is how the animation is done. So our two slides, that's a slide number one and slide number two, is all good, ready to go. For anyone who wants to learn about PowerPoint, these are some of the basics. You can let me know what you want to learn about PowerPoint in the comment section, and I will go ahead and create that for you. If you like my channel, please go ahead and subscribe and leave your comments in the comment section. Till then, enjoy learning and spread the learning. Thank you.